Right, so we're getting closer. We're up to chapter 10, and in this problem it seems like there's a lot going on, but luckily we're just trying to figure out the total costs, the total annual cost. So this chapter talked a lot about the finances of owning a machine and figuring out what the overhead costs are and what the variable costs are. Overhead cost is something that you can expect, like electricity, uh, things like that, maintenance, uh, or if you bought a really expensive machine and then you're paying back monthly, that's a good example of overhead, is that you know that you have to pay, in this case, say $350 a month to pay back that machine. And then variable costs are things like how much fuel you use or how many hours you have to have somebody running the machine. And this problem actually gives the, the time length of using the machine. In this case, it's 181 hours per year. So that way uh, we can use that number to figure out how much fuel we use, as well as how much labor we're putting in. So uh, we need this is another unit problem. So we need everything to be in dollars per year. So the overhead costs were given in $350 per month. And since there's 12 months in a year, we just multiply the $350 per month times 12 months so that your months cancel out, which will leave you with dollars per year. So in this case, it's $4,200 per year in overhead costs. Luckily, the oil cost has already been given to us, where it's in terms of $30 per year, so we don't have to do anything to that. I've boxed everything because there's a lot going on in this problem, so I've actually boxed everything to say that this is in its final form. Like, it's already in dollars per year, so we're done. And then when we're figuring out our total cost at the end of the problem, we can just refer to the numbers that I've already boxed. Alright, so then we'll go on to labor costs, because it's a little bit since it's a little bit easier now that we have an idea of what we're trying to figure out. So we're paying somebody $12.10 an hour for 181 hours per year. So this is another one of those that hours will cancel. So 1210 times 181 hours. Again, the 181 hours was given to us in the problem, so that this machine is actually running 181 hours per year. So we multiply 1210 times 181, and we get $2,190.10 per year. And so we've boxed it. Alright, so the fuel cost is a little bit more complicated because it gives us how much the fuel costs in terms of gallons. And then we know that this machine uses 4.5 gallons per hour. So we have to relate those. Again, make sure you're checking your units, and that at the end of figuring out this component of the problem, this factor in the total equation, that you're getting your answer in terms of dollars per year. So we start out with figuring out how much we're actually paying per hour. So the problem gives us that the fuel cost is $4.40 per gallon, and that the machine uses 4.5 gallons per hour. So we're able to cross off our gallons because these units cancel. And then this actually gives us $19.80 per hour in dollars per hour. So now we can use the 181 hours we were given in the problem to determine our cost per year. So $19.80 per hour times 181 hours per year gives us $3,583.80. So now our total cost is actually the sum of all of these costs. So our total cost is the overhead cost plus the oil cost plus labor plus fuel to get our total. And so our total cost for the entire year is $10,003.90. And also, like I said, a good way to check to make sure that you're on the right track is that you're in the right units, because it's pretty easy to get tripped up with some of these, and it's just a good way to check to make sure you're on the right track.